A Halloween Story, The Magical Stones of Eldermoon. Once upon a time, in the mystical land of Eldermoon, where the moon hung low and full in the sky, casting a silvery glow over everything, Halloween was celebrated with great fervor. The air was crisp and filled with the scent of fallen leaves and sweet spices. Eldermoon was known for its enchanted forests, where trees whispered secrets and shadows danced playfully in the moonlight. The villagers adorned their homes with glowing lanterns carved from pumpkins, each flickering light casting enchanting shapes on the cobblestone streets. In this magical realm lived a spirited girl named Elowen, with her wild auburn hair that flowed like autumn leaves and bright violet eyes that sparkled with curiosity. She was known for her adventurous heart. Elowen loved exploring the woods that bordered her village, often imagining what lay beyond the familiar paths. This Halloween night felt different. A sense of adventure tingled in her fingertips as she prepared to embark on a journey into the unknown. As dusk settled over Eldermoon, Elowen donned her favorite cloak, a deep green fabric adorned with silver stars, and set off toward the whispering woods. The trees loomed tall and majestic, their branches swaying gently as if beckoning her closer. The moonlight filtered through the leaves, creating a mosaic of shadows that danced on the forest floor. With each step deeper into the woods, Elowen felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. The air grew cooler, and an eerie silence enveloped her, as if the forest held its breath. Suddenly, she heard a rustling sound above her, a flurry of wings as a group of bats swooped overhead, their silhouettes darting through the moonlight like fleeting shadows. "Just bats," Elowen whispered to herself, trying to calm her racing heart. She pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets hidden within the woods. After wandering for what felt like hours, she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in ethereal light. In the center stood an ancient stone circle covered in glowing moss and surrounded by vibrant mushrooms that pulsed softly like tiny lanterns. The stones were etched with intricate symbols that shimmered faintly under the moon's gaze. As Elowen stepped closer to examine them, she felt a sudden chill in the air, a whispering breeze that seemed to carry voices from another time. "Welcome, brave one," a voice echoed from within the stones, deep and resonant like thunder rolling across distant hills. Startled but intrigued, Elowen looked around but saw no one. "Who's there?" she asked softly. "I am Morgath," the voice replied. "Guardian of this sacred circle, you have entered a realm where magic thrives and shadows linger." Elowen's heart raced with wonder as she took in her surroundings. The air shimmered with energy, and she could feel magic pulsing through every inch of the clearing. "What is this place?" she asked. "This is a portal to realms unseen," Morgath explained. "But be warned, those who seek magic must also confront their fears." Determined to embrace whatever lay ahead, Elowen nodded resolutely. "I'm ready." With that affirmation, the stones began to glow brighter until beams of light shot up into the sky, illuminating everything around them. The ground trembled slightly beneath her feet as swirling mist enveloped her. When it cleared, Elowen found herself standing at the edge of a dark forest unlike any she had ever seen. The trees here were twisted and gnarled, their branches reaching out like skeletal hands against the night sky. A sense of foreboding hung in the air as shadows flitted between trunks, creatures lurking just out of sight. As she stepped forward cautiously, Elowen noticed glowing eyes watching her from within the darkness, small creatures peering out from behind tree trunks and bushes. They were small sprites with delicate wings that shimmered like dew-kissed petals. "Who dares enter our realm?" one sprite chirped nervously. "I'm Elowen," she replied bravely. "I seek adventure and magic." The sprites exchanged glances before one fluttered closer. "You're brave, but beware, the Witch of Shadows roams these woods at night." Elowen's heart raced at the mention of a witch, but also filled with curiosity. "What does she want?" "She seeks to capture those who wander too far into her domain," another sprite explained with wide eyes. Determined not to let fear stop her adventure, Elowen pressed on deeper into the woods despite their warnings. As she ventured further, an ominous fog began to roll in, thick and heavy, obscuring her view ahead. Suddenly, a chilling laugh echoed through the trees, a sound so eerie it sent shivers down her spine. Out from behind a cluster of twisted branches emerged an old woman cloaked in dark robes, the the Witch of Shadows. Her hair was long and wild like tangled vines. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light that pierced through the darkness around them. Well, she cackled softly. What do we have here? A curious little girl lost in my woods? Elowen stood tall despite her fear. She knew this was part of her adventure. I'm not lost. I'm seeking magic. The witch tilted her head curiously as if intrigued by Elowen's bravery. Magic comes at a price, she warned cryptically. What price? Elowen asked boldly. Your fears, the witch replied with a sly smile. Face them here in my realm or turn back now. Elowen's heart raced. This was what Morgath had meant. She took a deep breath and nodded firmly. I will face my fears. With that declaration, shadows began to swirl around her. Dark figures materialized from thin air, each representing something deep within her heart. Fear of failure, loneliness, darkness itself. But instead of shrinking away, Elowen stood strong. She remembered all those stories about bravery, the tales where heroes faced their fears head on. With every ounce of courage she could muster, she reached out toward each shadow. Go away, she shouted defiantly, as if banishing them from existence. To her surprise, the shadows began to dissolve into wisps of smoke, releasing soft whispers that faded into nothingness. With each shadow vanquished, Elowen felt lighter. Warmth enveloped her like sunlight breaking through clouds. The Witch of Shadows watched in awe as Elowen faced down what had once frightened her so deeply. You're stronger than I thought, she admitted grudgingly. I believe in magic, Elowen declared proudly as colors began to return to the dark forest around them. Vibrant hues blossomed where shadows had once lingered. With newfound strength coursing through her veins, Elowen turned back toward Morgath's stone circle, and without hesitation, she stepped forward into its warm embrace. As soon as she crossed back through, the world around them transformed once more. The clearing now radiated warmth. Flowers bloomed brightly, while laughter echoed among trees. Congratulations. Morgath boomed joyfully as he appeared before her once more, his voice booming like thunder, yet filled with kindness. You have proven your courage. Elowen beamed with pride. All those fears had been conquered. Not only did she discover magic, but also learned about herself along this journey. As dawn broke over Eldermoon, the sun painted everything gold while Clara returned home, her heart full knowing that true magic lies not only within enchanted realms, but also within oneself. From then on, every Halloween became more than just costumes or candy. It transformed into an annual celebration filled not only with wishes, but also gratitude for bravery, a tradition cherished by all who called Eldermoon home. And thus ends our tale, a story woven from dreams beneath starry skies, a reminder that sometimes all it takes is courage and love to make our wishes come true.